the lieutenant who tried to ruin my career and ended up saluting me. So I was stationed at Fort Andrews. Middle of nowhere, sand, heat, and boredom. I drove this beat-up Toyota Corolla that coughed like it had asthma, lived off ramen and energy drinks, and slept on a cot that made prison beds look luxurious. Then one day we got a new lieutenant, Lieutenant Chadwick, but everyone called him Lieutenant Lululemon, because the dude looked like he'd never sweated a day in his life. He'd roll up to base in his brand new BMW, wearing cologne that smelled like a hedge fund and disappointment. First day on base, he tells us, "From now on, we do things my way. Sir, we're in the middle of a desert. The only way is survival." But Chadwick didn't care. He once yelled at me because the American flag wasn't folded aesthetically enough. "Bro, it's not origami. It's the flag." He made my life hell. Assigned me every junk task imaginable. Polishing floors with toothbrushes. Cleaning tanks that hadn't moved since 2003. He even forgot to approve my weekend leave, so I missed my sister's wedding. He went to a golf retreat that same weekend. Fancy polo shirt. New watch. Probably cried when the champagne ran out. Then came Operation Sandstorm, our field exercise. 3 days of heat, dust, and eating chili MREs that taste like regret. Lieutenant Lululemon decided to lead by standing under a canopy sipping electrolyte water, while the rest of us turned into human raisins. Then he blamed me when his Jeep got stuck in the mud. "Sergeant, why didn't you anticipate the terrain?" I said, "Sir, it's a desert." He said, "Then why is there mud?" That's when I knew revenge was loading. A week later, the base commander announced an inspection. Top brass coming in from DC. Chadwick was desperate to impress. He made us repaint every vehicle, scrub every floor, and told me to detail his BMW. That car was his baby. He literally named it Valkyrie. He said, "Don't touch the leather with your peasant hands." So I wore gloves, rubber gloves, and that's when inspiration struck. See, I accidentally mixed up his leather cleaner with the camouflage paint remover. By the time inspection day rolled around, Valkyrie looked like a cow, patchy white spots everywhere. He nearly screamed when he saw it. "Who did this?" I said, "Sir, I was just following your orders." Then the general pulls up right behind him, looks at the car, looks at Chadwick, and says, "Lieutenant, I didn't know you drove a Dazzle camouflage prototype." Bold move. The entire unit was dying inside trying not to laugh. Chadwick's face turned redder than the exit sign. He tries to play it off. "Yes, sir. Field innovation." But the general wasn't buying it. He noticed the Jeep paperwork too. The same Jeep Chadwick lied about me wrecking. Turns out the logs showed he was the one driving. That man got chewed out in front of everyone. Next week, Chadwick got reassigned to desk duty. No BMW, no golf trips, just a cubicle, a broken printer, and crushed pride. Meanwhile, the general called me in, shook my hand, and said, "Sergeant, I like your attention to detail." He winked. I got promoted that month. Now, every time I drive past the motor pool in my beat-up Toyota, I salute the shiny BMW still sitting there, covered in dust. Because in the end, Lieutenant Lululemon learned the hard way. Never mess with a broke soldier who knows how to use camouflage paint.